Well, thank you for joining us here today for 5 News. I'm Joe Ellison. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around our area and the country. Police in Memphis, Tennessee say that a body found during a search is a woman who was abducted and forced into an SUV during an early morning jog. Investigators said on Twitter they identified the body of 34-year-old Eliza Fletcher, who was a school teacher. The body was found Monday after a series of searches for the woman who was kidnapped around 4 a.m. Friday. U.S. Marshals arrested 38-year-old Cleatha Abston on Saturday. Police say Abston will now also be facing charges of first-degree murder and first-degree murder in perpetration of kidnapping. Now, Abston made a court appearance today where he was arraigned.
Ms. Abston, in your first case, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping and tampering with or fabricating evidence in a criminal case. Your bond was set by the Judicial Commissioner in that case in the amount of $500,000.
Now, another hearing for the suspect is set for tomorrow morning. Today, 5 News reporter Catherine Gilker will look at the safety and insights of joggers in Arkansas, how the jogging community is reacting to this news. That's today on your 5 News at 6. And a federal judge in Florida has sided with former President Donald Trump in the fight over who should be able to look at the documents the FBI seized during their August 8th search for Trump's Florida home.
A federal judge has granted former President Donald Trump's request to have an outside expert or special master review documents the FBI seized from his Mar-a-Lago home.
The best way to envision a special master is to be an expert witness for the judge, as opposed to for one of the parties.
Judge Eileen Cannon, a Trump appointee, ordered the independent reviewer to examine the documents to search for any issues related to attorney-client or executive privilege. The ruling puts the Justice Department's investigation of the records on hold for now. It cannot continue reviewing the evidence collected until the special master's work is done. But the order does allow for the continuation of the classification review and intelligence assessments being conducted by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence.
Just because there's a special master who might say, oh, this document potentially raises executive privilege issues, does not mean that the criminal investigative team will never get to see those documents. That will just be the start of a process of, okay, is there really a privilege here? And is that privilege overcome by compelling interests?
Over the weekend, former President Trump continued to slam the Bureau, calling the investigation a political attack.
The FBI and the Justice Department have become vicious monsters, controlled by radical left scoundrels, lawyers, and the media, who tell them what to do, you people right there, and when to do it.
Attorneys have until Friday to submit a list of potential special masters acceptable to both sides. The Department of Justice can still appeal the ruling. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
All right, before we get to other news where you live, let's get a check of that weather with meteorologist Stephen Elmore. Hey, Stephen.
Hey, Joe. Yeah, we're going to see a little bit of a change midweek this week. We've started off with a couple days with some scattered showers. We're going to start to dry out, see a little bit of sunshine return to the forecast, and we'll start to dry out by the time we get to the end of the week. But for today, we're still going to see those scattered showers. This is going to run all the way out until about Wednesday afternoon, heading into Thursday. You're going to continue to see all these scattered showers popping up. We're going to start to dry out as a high-pressure system moves in a couple of days. So for today, we're going to see, again, a greater chance across the river valley. Northwest Arkansas is going to see some scattered showers as well today. For today's breakdown, we're seeing that cold front still continuing to push through Arkansas, so we're going to see some of those scattered showers start to pop up. Later this afternoon, we'll see the river valley start to get those showers first, and then Northwest Arkansas will see some as well. Now, that high pressure system moves in towards the end of the week, so we're going to dry out towards the end of the work week. By the end of the weekend, we could see some showers return to the forecast. There's that high pressure system that's coming for the end of the week. We're going to see some clearing skies. Humidity is going to be dropping, and some more sunshine returns to the forecast, but some more rain is on the way by the end of the weekend, and we'll see what we're going to see for game day this Saturday.
All right, thanks so much, Stephen. Well, police in Fort Smith are investigating after a man was found dead in a Walmart parking lot. It happened Monday afternoon at the Supercenter on Rogers Avenue, where officers found the body of a 50-year-old man inside of a car. Now, police at this time do not believe foul play was involved and are working to figure out how long he may have been there and how he died. Well, 3 teens are back in custody after escaping from a juvenile detention center in Bryan, Arkansas. Investigators sharing this photo of their capture on Monday. Police say the teenagers assaulted a guard at the Alexander Youth Services Juvenile Center late Sunday night. The 15, 16, and 17-year-olds reportedly crawled under a fence to escape. Meanwhile, the search for a convicted rapist with ties to our area is now a month old. 38-year-old Samuel Hartman, the man pictured on the center of your screen, escaped from a prison in eastern Arkansas on August 12th. He's from Magazine in Logan County, and the Department of Corrections believes he may be with the 2 women pictured alongside him. All 3 should be considered armed and dangerous. Call 911 right away if you see them. Well, happening today, leaders at Ouachita Baptist University in Arkadelphia, will be speaking publicly for the first time since a football player suddenly died over the weekend. The university confirms 21-year-old Clark Yarbrough, who you see here, a starter for the Tigers, collapsed early Sunday morning and died. His cause of death is still unknown at this time. Now, Yarbrough, a defensive lineman, played in last Thursday's season-opening game. Head football coach Todd Knight is expected to speak for the first time following Yarbrough's death at a news conference in Arkadelphia. Now, Yarbrough was in his 4th year as a student at Ouachita. Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news where you live. For 5 News, I'm Jo Ellison. Join us again tomorrow for more of the latest news and weather. Have a great day.